Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. So we're back with another video on data exploration and visualization in Python. If you've seen some of the previous videos that I've made on Seaborn, you would be a little bit proficient in data visualization by now. If you haven't seen the videos, please click the link in the description and make sure to watch those before you hop onto this one. Now, in this video, we've got something very exciting. I'm pretty sure that each and every one of you wants to do data exploration and analysis quickly, and you don't want to spend a massive amount of time writing huge chunks of code just to get those visuals out. One very interesting library that I came across and started using in order to do some very quick visualizations was this library called PyGWalker, or also known as PyGWalker. And so the name is just not another name. It's actually an abbreviation for Python Binding of Graphic Walker. That's how the name PyGWalker comes to be. And for those of you who don't know what this means, Graphic Walker is an open source equivalent of Tableau. So if you have used Tableau before, and if you see Graphic Walker, which is its open source equivalent, you will know that it looks almost very similar, and what you can do on it is quite similar as well. So that in Python is called PyGWalker, right? So now you don't have to set up the application externally by yourself. You can just use it within Python, all right? And the best part about this library is that it doesn't need a lot of coding to do data exploration, analysis, and visualization. Just a few lines will get you there. Unlike some of the other traditional libraries wherein matplotlib, seaborn require you to write more code. Okay, so what I have up here is my Jupyter notebook on Google Colab, and I've gone ahead and installed the library right before the video. You can also do the same if you don't have it. Just do a pip install and it'll install the library very easily for you. Now, we're going to go ahead and import a couple of libraries here that we need to work with. So let's go ahead and do that. So first things first, let's import the PyGWalker library. I'm going to import that as PYG. So if you're new to the channel, um, as is primarily used as an alias or a keyword to signify that a library is going to be called by an alias throughout the rest of the code. All right. We're going to import pandas as well. In case we need to use it, we may not require it, but let's see. And I'm going to import Seaborn as well. And in this case, I'm not going to be using Seaborn for any visualization. I'm just going to be loading one of the data sets from there, which is going to be the Titanic data set, because it's something everybody can relate to and it's quite easy to work with as well to show you this example. All right, so now that we have imported the libraries and it's successfully imported, let's load the data, right? So we're going to declare a data frame or a variable, which is called df. And we're going to say that's sns dot load underscore dataset, and we're going to bring in the Titanic dataset here, right? We're going to also just make sure that we have it correctly imported in or loaded in, and to do that, we'll just see the top 3 rows of the data. Hopefully it works. Right, so there we have it. So the data has been loaded in successfully. Now, typically in the journey of data exploration or visualization, what you would be doing is you would clean the data, make sure that it's of high quality before you go into the visualization phase. In this case, we're not going to do a lot of data cleaning. We're just going to probably remove all the NAs or the NANs from the data, and then we'll directly just show you how PyGWalker can be used to explore the data. All right. So I'm going to say df equals df dot drop NA. Drop NA is a function that allows you to drop all my rows that have NAs in them. All right. Now that I have a cleaner data set or a data frame, let's try and start the exploration of the visualization phase. And to do that, I just say PyG.walk and the name of the data frame, right? So it's as simple as that. And what happens once you do that is it starts initializing an interface that allows you to very easily drag and drop columns of data to create visuals. And the interface that it generates or initializes is very, very similar to the interface Tableau uses. So if you're a Tableau user, you'll find it very easy. Even if you're not, it's quite simple to understand, right? So this is the interface that it opens up once you type in the required function or the command. So on the interface, you have this blank canvas area. That's where your visuals will come up. You have the X and Y axis here. You have some other dimensions here that you can add data to, like color, size, shape, depending on what variation you want to add in your data. And all the columns of data are here, right? Segregated into um, numerical data and categorical data. Okay. So how do we then visualize? I want to do some quick exploration here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's say, drag this particular variable into the y-axis. So this is a variable called, or a column called class, which is primarily giving me the passenger class, first, second class, third class, what class the passenger is purchased a ticket in. And what I want to probably see is I want to see the mean of the age of all the people or the people that are staying in each of these classes. So I drag the age to the x-axis. So now by default, it gives me sum, but I can very simply click on this and I can just click on mean, right? And that will calculate the average and show the average on the visual. So the older of the folks, 37 probably and above, or averaging around 37, are staying in the first class. Obviously, they have the big bucks, and the youngest, which is 21, staying in the third class, right? So very simply, that's what we have. Now, let's say you want to add more dimensions to this. Let's see, maybe I pick up this variable called embark and I put it in color. So what that does is that it adds another dimension to my visual. And what is that dimension? It adds a dimension of color. So each of the three ports of embarkation have been denoted by different colors here, and that makes it easy to put another dimension on the data. Now, let's say within this canvas or within this grid, I want to see even more elements or visuals on there with similar fields, but I'm just going to stack more and more fields or columns. So how does that look like? So let's say I want to drag the gender or the sex in as well to the y-axis. And now what it does is it prepares sort of a facet grid or a grid of visuals in which you have the male and female on the y-axis. Along with that, you also have the passenger class, first, second, and third class on the y-axis. So think of one like a primary field, and one is like a subcategory or a sub-primary or a secondary field, right? So that's how these visuals work. And what you could do is you can save the visuals, you can export it out, you can take a screenshot. If you hover over them, it gives you very good tooltips as well. And you can explore, using the different dimensions with your columns of data, depending on what your problem statement is. Now, in order to get such good visuals, you're not writing any code, right? You're just dragging and putting up the variables where required, and you're getting some nice visuals. So it's a very quick way of exploring your data. Obviously, it may not be as flexible as some of the other libraries that are out there like Seaborn and Matplotlib. But if you don't want that flexibility and you want something fast, this is the one you should go for, right? So I think we'll keep this video short. That's how you actually use PyGWalker and start putting up some visuals. I want you to go ahead now and put up some visuals of your own. Tell me in the comments what you did and whether you liked interacting with this particular library. I'd be happy to hear that. And if you have any questions, do put it down in the comment section as well. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching right up to the end. Hopefully, it was informative and gave you insights into a new library, something that you've never heard of before. And if it did, don't forget to hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you want to get updated on more such amazing videos. Right till then, thank you very much for watching and take care.